What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Arrival Entertainment, and today we're going to be talking about Death on the Nile, one of my most anticipated films of the year. Death on the Nile is the sequel to 2017's Murder on the Orient Express, and it once again is directed by and starring Kenneth Branagh. And when someone is found murdered during this rich couple's honeymoon, then Detective Poirot, played by Kenneth Branagh, must find out who is the killer. When it comes to 2017's Murder on the Orient Express, I really enjoyed that film. It's not great, but I did like the cast of characters and I was intrigued by the plot. So I did enjoy that film overall. And I was really excited for Death on the Nile. I do like a good murder mystery movie. We don't get a lot of them anymore. The best one that's come out in recent years was probably Knives Out. So whenever I see a trailer for a murder mystery movie, I am really excited about it. And Death on the Nile did intrigue me. And I'm really glad that Kenneth Branagh came back to direct and star as Poirot in this film because he was great in Murder on the Orient Express. He was witty, he had a lot of good dialogue, he was funny. I love that character so much, and his portrayal was excellent. And he's once again excellent as Poirot. He's got a lot of great moments in this film, and his direction in this movie I thought was a little bit better than Murder on the Orient Express. Not that it was bad in Orient Express, I just thought it was a little bit better handled in this film. And something I want to mention first as a big positive for this film is how it looks. This is a gorgeous looking movie. I saw the film in IMAX and I'm really glad I did. There's so many gorgeous landscapes, bright colors, deep blacks. This is going to be a gorgeous looking 4K Blu-ray when it comes out. And I do recommend seeing it in IMAX. It did help with the overall experience. And I like the characters in this film very much. Everyone does a great job performance-wise. There wasn't one character that stood out as flat or dull or anything like that. Everyone gave really great performances, and that just goes back to Kenneth Branagh's direction. He does a good job directing actors for his films. In fact, we do spend a lot of time with these characters and getting to know them a lot during the beginning of this film. Something I should mention is that it does take a while for the actual meat of the story, that being the murder mystery element, to actually get going. I looked at my watch at one point in this film because I said to myself, we spent a lot of time just on these characters and getting to know them, which isn't a bad thing. I just remember thinking, it's an hour into this film, almost an hour into the film, and we haven't even started the murder mystery part yet. There isn't even anyone who's died yet. And I feel like I need to mention that because most people want to go into this film, they want to see the mystery aspect. They want to know who dies, they want to know how Poirot is going to piece all this together and find out who the killer is. Yet an hour into the film, almost an hour in I should say, and the film hasn't even reached that part yet. It's spends a lot of time with these characters, getting to know them, developing them, seeing their interactions with each other, which is an important aspect. I need to mention that. It is an important aspect. I just feel like I need to mention that because, again, most people just want to get to the murder mystery stuff. In fact, I can see some people seeing the first hour or so of this film being a little bit boring. I didn't view it as boring. I really like these characters. I like their interaction off each other. And I think the film, in my opinion, did a good job setting up these characters. So when we do get to the murder mystery stuff, it's more intriguing, it's more suspenseful, it's more tense. And there are a lot of suspenseful and tense moments in this film when Poirot is questioning these people. Like, for instance, there's this one scene where he's interrogating his friend, and Armie Hammer's character is with them, and the camera is just panning around them because they're all sitting in a circular table, and it's dark in the room, and Poirot is just asking like very simple questions to try to get something out of this character. And I remember saying to myself, man, this is really, really tense. And without spoiling anything, don't worry, I'm not going to give anything away, but the film does do a good job setting up a conflict that you think you know what the outcome is going to be like, while still throwing in twists and turns towards the ending. That's all I'm going to say about it, and I ended up really liking it. I like the payoff this film had towards the end. I thought it was a little bit better handled than Orient Express. And something I want to mention real quick, it's kind of little looking back on it, but I like how this film didn't really reference a whole lot, if anything, really, that happened in Murder on the Orient Express. Nowadays with sequels, because of the Marvel movies and other movies that tried to do cinematic universes, everything has to connect together. Every little tiny bit of information has to connect to one thing or another in a previous film, which it's fine if they pull that off. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I do like that this film was just a film on its own. It didn't reference anything that happened in the first movie. In fact, you don't even need to watch Murder on the Orient Express to go see this film. If you haven't seen it in a long time or haven't seen it at all, but you really want to see this one, then I can safely say you don't really need to see the first one to understand what's happening in this film. And like I said, that might be a little thing pointing out looking back on it, but I do appreciate that this film took that route. And while I'm on the topic of mentioning little things in this film, this movie gave an arc to Poirot's mustache. How do you do that? And how does it work? Good job, movie. You made me care about a character's mustache. So in the end, guys, I really enjoyed Death on the Nile. I liked it just a tiny bit more than Murder on the Orient Express. I liked the characters. I was intrigued by the mystery. The film looks gorgeous. The movie has some pretty good music, too. It's obviously music from like the 1930s, because that's when this film takes place. But it was catchy music. I did really enjoy it. And I'm just glad we have another solid murder mystery movie. Hopefully we get more good murder mystery movies. I don't know how many books are in this series, this Murder on the Orient Express series that the original author wrote, but if there is more, then I would like to see them continue this character, Poirot, and give us more good murder mystery movies, and keep Kenneth Branagh as a director. He clearly has a passion for the source material, and he's doing a damn good job with them. And I do think this film is definitely worth a Blu-ray purchase, and I do recommend seeing the film in IMAX. Like I said, the IMAX really made the colors and the whole scope of the movie just pop off the screen. So if you can see this in theaters, then I definitely recommend going to see it in theaters. And again, I do recommend picking it up on Blu-ray. So guys, that's my review for Death on the Nile. Just like always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this film down in the comments section. And I'm still not sure what my next review is going to be. It's either going to be between Marry Me or Blacklights, but it is going to be a review for one of those films. So again, leave your thoughts and opinions on everything down in the comment section. And just like always, guys, thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.